Alright? When I put out there for YouTube copywriting, like disclaimer, if you hear music in the background, YouTube, the music in the background is not our music, alright? The music in the background is not our music, alright? The music in the background is not our music. We do not own the music and we are not playing it. It's not our music. YouTube, it is not our music, alright? We got to say over and over and over. It's still YouTube use that against us. Even though we repeat, we say disclaimer, it's not our music, all still is like nothing, alright? And I'm not in a nightclub, alright? So let's read. It said January 2nd January or January 2. It said nativity of Our Lady Inana. Which lady Inana? The whore, the prostitute, claiming to be the princess of the earth. No, the princess of the earth as the Israelite woman, man. The so-called blacks, Latina, and Native Indian woman, man, of different shades, because we mix and we mingle with the people. We mingle with the people. You already know, man. Right? Let's go to it. It said, who is the princess of the earth and queen of heaven? Nothing else but what? A whore. A whore. Alright? It said, as goddesses of love. Hold on. What is Isis? It said what? As goddesses of love, Isis and Inana. There we go, man. There we go, man. Are related to Aphrodite, Astarte, Ishtar, and what? Cybele. There we go, man. That's what you worshiping. Alright? All your New Year that you're celebrating tonight has nothing to do with God. You're doing it unto the devil. Alright? Keep in mind. Again, your champagne, your wine, your food, your chicken. Guess what? That's for Satan, man. It's for the devil. It's nowhere to be found in the Bible. What is the New Year in the Bible? You show me, man. If you know something, you can call your pastor. Call your pastor, call your politician and ask them to help you out. Ask them to show you what is New Year in the Bible. What is the New Year? Is the New Year, is it said that the New Year is January 1st? No, man. You can't find it in the Bible. It's nowhere to be found in the Bible. So where did you get it from? You get it from the conquistador, the so-called white man. He gave you that thing. The so-called white man gave you that garbage. Yes. It's a garbage, man. It's nothing, man. That calendar is nothing. It's vain. Some of you get mad when we rebuking the weakness of this kingdom. Why are you getting mad, man? You're getting mad. The Mosai said, learn not the way of the heathen, man. That's what we learn in the Bible. Learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. All praise be unto the Most High. It's just a couple drops. And now people start freaking out, man. Learn not the way of the heathen. Don't learn their way. The Most High said don't do it. The Christian church, they don't teach that. They don't tell the people that still Most High. They don't. They worry about the money, the tithe. They worry about the money they're going to get from the people. Today is the Shabbat of the Most High, and they're breaking it. They're breaking it. They see buying and selling and shopping. They see breaking the Shabbat of the Most High, man. Just trying to please men. Let's go to Galatians, man. Let's get back, man. Colossians 3:23. Colossians 3:23. We're gonna bring it out. Colossians 3:23. Let's bring it out. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23. Colossians 3 and 23. Let's go to it. This is the book of Colossians. Okay. Let's read right here, man. We'll read from verses 1. Verses 22. Servant, obey in all things your master. Now when they, you know what happened? When they read this in the Christian church, you know what they say? This is one of the verses that Esau Edom, right? The wicked, the fourth beast. This one they used to deceive a lot of our people during captivity, man. During captivity, during the slavery time, this is the main verses that they use, man. When our people went into the church, this is the verses that the Edomite pastor will read to pacify our people, man. They say, servant, obey in all things your master, according to the flesh. Now, what is he talking about? What servant is he talking about? He's not literally talking about the wicked. He's talking about who? The elders. This letter was written unto who? Unto the Jew, the Israelites that were living in Colossae. Keep in mind. So Paul was letting them know, the brother that in the truth early before them, they have to obey this brother. This brother are considered as who a master. Why? Because they understand the law, the commandment of the Most High. They understood that to the Most High, man. Those are the master. Is he talking about that? You following weakness? If somebody's weakness, they find evil person, you just gonna obey them. The Bible is not telling you to do that. Because if you obey them, that means you be partaker of their deeds, man. That's why when you read the Bible, you gotta be careful. And when you read the letter of Paul, you gotta be in the spirit, man. You gotta be in the spirit to understand what Paul is talking about. You gotta be in the spirit to understand what Paul is talking about. You cannot just jump to the wall, to the letter of Paul like that, man. You cannot. Because you're going to hurt your own self, man. You can't just jump on the letter of Paul like that. Because the letter of Paul are hard to understand. Hard to understand, brother and sister. So one must be taught properly to understand the letter of Paul, man. One must be taught properly. One, you can't just jump on the letter of Paul like that, because you're going to hurt your own self. Okay? The letter of Paul, I had to understand. The letter of Paul is not for everybody. Okay? So Paul, he said, well, obey your master in the flesh. Is he talking about to obey the slave master? No. Because the word coincide, because the word slave master and master, no. It's talking about the elders. The elders. The elders, those that have been the truth first. Those are the master. Because let's continue to read. You see. Because you don't understand. Because Paul is going to give you understanding. Let's continue to read. Servant. Who are the servant? We the servant. We serving the Most High. Now, how did we become servant? We became servant through the master. Through the elder, other brother that know that the Most High woke up first. He reads, says, servant, obey in all things your master, according to the flesh, not with eye service. There we go. Because that's how you know it's not literally talking about man, literally man. No. It's talking about the brother and the sister in the spirit. Those that keep the law, the commandment of the Most High. The Most High woke them up first. He said, no eye service. No. You do eye services to who? to regular men to trying to please them. Eye service, no. That's how you know. It gotta be based on the law and the commandment. Let's read it. He said, not with eye service as men pleaser. There we go. Because you only please the Most High. Now when you pleasing man, you know what does it mean? That means you don't know the Most High yet. It means you do not know the Most High yet. You're pleasing men. Why? Because you don't have understanding. Because you don't have understanding. No understanding whatsoever. Alright? Let's read it. He said, as men pleaser, but in singleness of heart, fearing Yahweh. There we go. That's how you're going to do the work. Because when you please the Most High, you don't do eye service. Alright? You don't look for your own interest. No. Because when you're looking for your own interest, that's men pleaser. That's eye service, man. Let's read it. It said, and whatsoever you do, whatsoever we do, right? Let's see. Do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. And not unto men, man. You see? There we go. So why you try and please this and that? Why you want to please A, B, C, D? No. You got to please the Most High, Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai. You got to please the Most High. Hey, hi, how are you? You got to please the Most High. You got to please the Most High, Yahweh, and not men. Right? Now, most people do on this earth. They want to please this and that. They want to please A, B. I want to please my wife. I want to please my dad, my mom, thing like that, my boss, thing like that. No, man. Let's go right here. This is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Acts chapter 5 verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostle answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. There we go, man. We ought to obey the Most High. We don't want to please men. We want to please the Most High. Alright? No eye services when we serving the Most High, man. You think we're just going to bring out sweet things to you? We're going to tell you sweet things like that? No, man. No, man. We don't have time for that. He said, then Peter and the other apostle answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. That's what our people don't want to do. Our people don't want to obey the Most High, man. Our people do not want to obey the Most High. They obey ISIS. Our people want to obey who? All these idols. They want they want to worship the Virgin Mary. They want to worship Caesar Borgia. They want to worship the Pope. They want to worship politicians. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. They don't know the Most High. They worship money. Some worship money. Some worship the food, man. That's the lifestyle of the so-called black, Latino, and Native Indian, man. Weakness, rebellion. They will not seek the Most High. Regardless what happened to them, they will not seek the Most High, man.